So, how exactly can we help you with online marketing? Well, let's see. First of all, we will analyze your current website from the marketing perspective to find answers to questions like how many visitors come to your site? From what sources and devices did they come from? What is the real goal of your website? This will allow us to optimize your website to fulfill its real purpose. Secondly, search engine optimization will definitely follow, so we will take a look at what keywords are tied to your business, what links point to your site, and most importantly, what can we do with the actual website content. That should get you better position on search engine's results page. Pay-per-click campaigns are another way how we can help boost your business. These paid online campaigns can help you get more attention in search results, even on competitive keywords, can be easily tracked and measured, and are also really flexible. We can start them today, and if you want, stop them tomorrow. Another great way how to make you more visible to the outer world is to start being active on social media. We will choose just the network suitable for your business, develop custom strategy to reach your fans, and monitor and maintain a good reputation of your company. Finally, we can also consider other marketing channels and techniques like email marketing, mobile marketing, or traditional offline channels. Still got questions to ask, or just want to know how exactly can our strategies help your specific business requirements? Just contact us. We help companies and individuals like you every day.
Well, I guess it would matter where you guys are tuned in from. Because I'm running my mouth. Testing, testing, one, two, three. I can see the sound. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Well, I know it's coming through on some of the things because I can see it, but I'm not sure if it's on everything. But okay, so I'll continue with the. I don't know if he came on a little earlier and said that, but the sound wasn't coming through. So I do hope you guys can hear me now as I've unplugged everything else just to make sure that we're getting sound through. My sound bar is lit up, actually a little too high. I should probably lower it some, but if I'm too loud, you guys let me know. Again, just going back through the SEO, we're just discussing quick recap on SEO, optimizing your website so that you can rank higher in the search engines. The importance of SEO, again, I'll go back over that and I'll actually drop it below so you guys can see that as well if you missed it, as I was running off at the mouth as usual, and I think we may have missed some sound. So I am going to drop that. Actually, I can drop it in the chat. If you guys want to see it there. So what's the importance of SEO? And I'll put that on the screen. That's basically, I'm just going to jump back into that part so you guys, in case you missed it, you guys can catch up. So apparently some people couldn't hear me and I should be loud now. So the importance of SEO, SEO is made up of multiple elements, and knowing what they are is the key to actually making your website SEO friendly. SEO is significant because it makes your website visible, and that means more traffic, more opportunities to convert prospects into customers, and more money for your business. Okay. Next, we want to go through and say what are the types of SEO. And again, I'll throw this up on the screen for you guys. There's multiple types of SEO that you can have, but there are three main parts of SEO that you should have in order to have a successful campaign. Those three types are on-page SEO, technical SEO, and off-page SEO, which is all search engine optimization. You have and this is all if you want to do organic. There's a lot of companies out here today that are selling SEO at a fraction of the cost, saying, hey, we can get your SEO done for you. If you don't know what it means, then your expectations are going to be here to the ceiling, and you're going to be getting this much of your SEO done, or not even organic SEO, because some of these tasks can be ran through artificial intelligence technologies and so much more. So you want to make sure that you're getting and you're paying for organic SEO. So that's on page, where we actually go through your website and make sure that things are in order so that you can actually present your information clear and concise to your customers, as well as technical. Technical is where we will make sure that, everything on the back end of your website is matching up to where it needs to match up to, so you can reach the right customers. Again, if you're out there, you can't hear me, please drop it in the chat so I can make sure that I'm live where I need to be live at, and you guys can hear me, because I believe I wasn't live on one of the channels. But I'm looking at my sound. I look like I'm screaming now. So hopefully, and I'm just catching you guys up, just doing a quick recap, and then I'll back up and jump in, go back to tools. So we got the importance of SEO, we got the types of SEO, and now we want to get back into the tools. This is the fun part. This is what people, who come into my office want to know, like, what are you using to do your SEO? Well, lo and behold, that's not a thing, it's not one tool. Unfortunately, it's not one tool, and it's not something that, these are not tools that are friendly to the public for everyone to use. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind sharing my tools, my secrets. So the tools that provide data alerts about the overall health of your website, success of your website. These can uncover areas, let's say, for any opportunities to identify the weaknesses. So first we run what we call an analysis, so an audit, or website analysis, to tell you what's going on, how well your website is performing or how well it's not performing, your weaknesses, your strengths as well. A lot of companies don't identify your strengths. I think it's important that you understand your strengths as well as your weaknesses, so you can better observe and say, okay, this is the direction I want to go to make my online presence even better. Um, so SERPs. So a lot of people hear this term SERPs and they want to know what it is. This is basically just a term that we use in order to put our tools together. These are our tools. This is a website with a gang of tools on it that allows us to get started where we need to. Now, a lot of agencies are using proprietary tools, which we have a lot of proprietary tools that are made just for us and used just by us in order to reach our goals. Um, just as actual tools that they use, same are true. All are can be SEO, but I do want to identify what tools. And when I say tools, there's a million tools out there, so you can literally Google SEO tools, technical SEO tools, because what you'll be looking for is tools that help with technical SEO. Okay, you may want to write this down: keyword research, rank tracking, content optimization, backlink analysis, video SEO, link building. Okay, you can find tools that are free, paid, freemium, and freemium means free trial, or new tools that aren't really being used yet, but you can test them out, see if you like it, use it, maybe make it proprietary to your business. Okay, so Google SEO tools. Like I said, there's no one tool to be used. You want a tool that does technical SEO. You want a tool that does keyword research. You want a tool that does rank tracking. You want a tool that does content optimization, backlink analysis, video SEO, link building. Okay, so there's millions and millions of tools out here. No, they're not extremely easy to find, but if you Google them and you put those keywords in, I'm sure you will come up with a list of SEO tools. Again, they're not easy to use. I don't suggest jumping on your website with tools if you don't know what you're doing, because you can cause some chaos. Definitely. SEO is a programming expertise. So we use a lot of high-end programmers to make sure things are getting done correctly. Okay. So how much does SEO cost? This is the big question. So with that being said, how the costs can range on so many different levels. And again, last episode, we talked about local SEO versus national SEO. So if you're hiring a top level SEO company to execute a local campaign, then you want to actually expect to pay for anywhere from $500 plus per month. Um, we recommend at least 6 months. So all of our campaigns are for 6 months. We would not take you on if you're going to do a 3-month campaign, because what we found is people try to end in that third month. Yes, it may seem expensive once you get the ball rolling, but the work is not complete. So therefore, you're not going to see the results that you're looking for. Again, if you're looking for quick results, when you go to your agency, let them know, look, I need quick results. And, if they have the means of doing so, they will let you know. And again, nothing's guaranteed when it comes down to this, because this is it's a trial and error type business, and you really have to give it time. So again, 6 months is at the max. We do guarantee first page visibility in 6 months. If you come to us and you work with us for 2 to 3 months, then that's not our guarantee. We can't guarantee it, because It really depends. But if we have control of your site for at least 6 months, we'll definitely guarantee that first page visibility. We can't always guarantee number one. Not many companies can, although I see a lot of companies guaranteeing number one. We're going to get you at the number one spot. And a lot of people don't realize you fall from number one very quickly when non-organic tactics are used. Okay, so where are we now? This is like so much information. I hope I'm not stressing you guys out when you're listening or watching this episode. This is a lot of information. So that was a local campaign, 500 plus a month, and it really determines, that the rate is determined about, who you're using, how their pricing is set up, what your website looks like, and so on and so forth. Okay. So depending on how much work they have to put in, how many man hours goes into your SEO strategy. So it's all about building a strategy. I do recommend those who are getting a national or international campaign, they'll require a minimum budget of $2,500 to $5,000 a month, depending on the size of your website, the size of your company. But go to your firm with a budget. Okay. Let them know, this is my budget. This is my digital marketing budget. I want to get SEO. I want to be visible online. I really need this. Here's what I can spend a month, so that they can properly strategize and come up with something for you that makes sense. When you allow us to make up the pricing and then you say, well, I can't afford it, can we get something lower? And we negotiate. In order for us to negotiate, we have to take out services. We have to let people go that will ordinarily do something for this particular project, because of course you don't want to pay for it. So be sure to come to your agency with a budget in mind. Have that budget ready and stand stern to that budget, so that you can get the most out of the service that you're getting within that 6 months. A lot of agencies are willing to work with you, but you have to be open, you have to be honest, and you have to have a set budget in place. If you can't afford that $500 a month, then you let them know that. And if they can help you, I'm most certain that they will. Some firms actually offer a trial package at a lower price with no contract at all. So with that in mind, then you're free to kind of maneuver how you would like, and go from there. So just be mindful of, going into that agency with a budget. Okay. It's super important. That's the first question I ask. What is your budget? What can you afford for 6 months? Each month, every month for 6 months, or you can pay upfront. Okay. So that's super important. So next is what you all have been waiting for. What is the process? So every agency have their own process of doing SEO. I said I wasn't going to talk that long. I'm already 30 minutes in, but I knew this was going to be a long one. So the process that we implement here at My Biz Consulting is pretty straightforward. We follow this guideline to keep ourselves on track. After we create your strategy, we jump right into it. So the process for us is, the first thing we do is a site assessment and intake. Okay. So this is after your onboarding and we get you all acclimated into our systems and build out your portal where you can see everything that we're doing, because we are very transparent here at My Biz Consulting. So once we build out your actual login and, so you can get your reports and things like that, then we do a site assessment and an intake. So we audit your website and we audit your online presence, or the online presence of your business, to gather information about your target audience. And we speak to you about your goals. So we find out what you want to do. We look at your overall target audience. We find out where you currently stand online, and we go from there. We take that information and then we do our keyword research. We research the best 5 keywords or more, depending on the package that you have. But I'm basing this on a local package, a local startup, small business, $500 package. Okay. So we then research the best 5 keywords based on the industry's vertical and physical location to bring the most effective results. Okay. So the research is strategic. We go in, we find out what people are searching to find businesses in your industry and what would be the best keywords for them to find you. So we use target keywords, and those target keywords are selected and they're approved by, our team and you, so that we're all on the same page, and then we move on to the next step. That next step is content and on-page optimization. From our site assessment and our keyword research, we implement high quality content optimization to your site to engage visitors. Okay. So we go through, we see what you already have there. We may add some content, and we make sure that your content matches up with your business. We may rewrite some things. So there's a lot that goes on in this step. It's extensive on-page optimization. It includes Google tools integration. So we make sure that Google is linked to your website. We do a plagiarism check. We do a page load time to make sure that your page is loading in a friendly time, so people aren't kind of sitting waiting for your slow website to come up. And we try to make all corrections so that we can avoid that from happening. We do a mobile friendly check and implementation of page titles, meta descriptions, header tags, internal linking, local scheme setup, and image alt. And image alt is very important. You may have seen this on like Instagram. Excuse me, if you're running your own Instagram page, and hyperlink optimization. So all of those things I just named super duper duper important. And that's just your third step. We're only on step 3. So you can imagine at this point why it costs what it costs, as well as the time that it takes. Okay. So, and we're up to programmers, we're bringing them on, we're making corrections, we're updating and fixing things that are on your website. So this is creating content and on-page optimization of your website to make sure the content that you currently have makes sense. Okay. So next is the local optimization. Okay. And again, this is unlike on page optimization. This is off page optimization. This is the local. Once the content optimization is in place, we focus on building a local presence for your business or yourself by submitting the business name or information to the top local search engines and directories, including Google My Business. As most of you are hearing, you got to have your Google My Business done. You got to have your Google My Business done, which is true. So we make sure we handle your Google My Business page, and we optimize that page for you. We help you set up we set up your Apple Maps. We set up your Facebook business pages and more. We make sure all of these things are in sync and they're running and optimized so that your business can be seen online. Oof, that's a lot, right? And that's only step 4. So next we get into monthly link building. Okay. So link building is making sure that, your information is being out there and presented and talked about. So you say, hey, am I visible online? I don't know. Well, this is how we do that. So with monthly link building via editorial content posting, we do local citations and authority business listings. We're basically putting you everywhere on the net. We're mentioning you throughout the internet. We rank the website for target keywords with authoritative backlinks portfolios. So we build up your name by adding you to a bunch of different sites where where people search your business, your name, what have you, whatever you're marketing, and it comes up and you show up in that top search there. So with that, is like I said, it's a 3-month process. The first month, Google website audit. We do the page specific audit. We do the Google Analytics search, Google Console and Bing Webmaster setup. We do a keyword grouping and URL mapping. We check for duplicate content up to 5 pages on a smaller, and more depending on what package you purchase. We do web form conversion and tracking. We set that up so we know who's coming to your website and who, how much time they're spending on your website. That's where the heat map comes in, what they're actually visiting or checking out on your website. We add a review widget. We installed that so people can make it really easy and simple to leave a review on your site. We can add call tracking. Call tracking is another tool that we use when we throw in your site, so that it's like a vanity number. And we put that in place so people can come to your site and call you, and we can actually track that as well. So you can see how much traffic you're really getting from your site and where that traffic is coming from. We also do the title and meta tags. And that's literally making sure that all of your photos are named properly. What happens is a lot of times we put stuff on our website that information then transfers to Google, and you'll see that image, and it should have a link that pushes back to your website. So when someone, just for instance, if you go on my website and click on my face, it'll take you, or if you Google me and you get a page or a picture from my website and it says My Biz Consulting, it should take you back to the My Biz Consulting website. So it's extremely important that your title and meta tags are completed correctly so that your website's presence is big, bold, and beyond imaginable. People can find you. All right. Again, we continue with image, hyperlink headings, tags, internal links optimization, robots optimization, and of course, I can get into some of these things. If you guys have questions, you can shoot me an email or comment, and I'll go through the comments and check it out and see what you guys more frequently ask questions to add to my list as I do these actual educational videos. So we add rich snippets. We do local business information schemas. So basically making sure that your information online matches up properly. A lot of times businesses close, move, change a phone number, address change, and they cannot, and it's almost impossible to get to all the sites to update what needs to be updated when it comes down to it. So we do that. We go on, we make sure the phone address, business name, opening hours, closing hours, all those things match up. Because it's important that you don't have bad information online. You want your information clean, easy to find you, what have you. So you want to make sure all of your information online matches. If you enter your information here and then let's say your business closed February, but April you reopen in a new location, you want to make sure all of that information matches. So that's one of the things we take care of for you on your behalf. Making sure your images and logos go back to your website. Everything that you post on your website should be named properly with a link so that it gets back to your website. So let's just say your site's up, it's running, everything's looking good, and someone Googles the name of your business and it comes up and they're just looking at Google Images. Images will pull things from your site, images from your site to show on Google Images, and it should link back to your site. So it's very important. Again, having a website, having a business is a lot of work. Doing SEO encompasses so much. So it's not just tactics to get you to the top, but it was actually organic. So we're making sure all our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. And I always mess it up, so I did a good job today. Go me. Anyway, we check out your reviews. We make sure that your reviews are showing that there's no issues with your reviews. We actually check your reviews and we help you to gain more reviews. So if you have negative, you want to push the negative to the bottom and have the positive to the top, but it's almost impossible to get reviews actually deleted, which a lot of people come for. That can be very expensive. That would incorporate attorneys and things like that. So yes, it's possible, but not worth the cost. Just do good business and make sure that your reviews come through clean. That's it. Google My Business listing optimization. We do that in the first month. So that is part of the first month's task that we need to get done. We add images, videos, hours of operation, and we make sure that information is updated and correct. One of the things I find, what most people use, they'll look for your business using their cell phone and they'll hit the Google My Business listing. They may not even know that it's a Google My Business listing. So they'll Google your business, and that's really like the map thing that they'll use to try to find you. One listing is actually your Google My Business listing, or GMB listing as we frequently call it. And if that information is wrong, they can't find you. I get a lot of visitors here to my office because the last tenants did not forward their address. They didn't update it everywhere. So I guess I'll be reaching out to them to say, hey, you guys need SEO. You need SEO really bad, because I'm getting all your customers come here to my location, and I know for a fact that you guys moved. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have up-to-date listings out there, and why SEO again is so important. And when I say SEO is so important, I mean organic SEO. You want to make sure that you're using real organic SEO. Otherwise, I cannot say that everyone does everything that I'm mentioning today. Your GPS listing submissions, You want to make sure that your business is submitted to all of the GPS listings. So one of the things a lot of people find is, when we start a business, we're like, okay, how do I get my business in all these different places? Well, a lot of companies are getting SEO. They know what to ask for, know what to look for. They're getting SEO to make sure all of these things are handled. And this is why it's important to wait the full 6 months to make sure everything is processed and submitted properly, as we have no control over the other organizations that we have to submit this information to. Our job is to make sure that it's getting done, that it's cleaned up, that the information is real information and current to your business, so that you can get the proper support that you need, the customers that you're looking for, and the proper audience, of course. Month 2, we kick in with a whole new list of things. I'm not going to go for detail here, as I want to get offline soon with this. But we can, again, if you have questions, concerns, want to know more about SEO, you can always reach out or drop something in the chat, and I'll get back to you guys. These are frequently asked questions about SEO. So month 2, we focus more on link detox, and I can jump in and I'll probably do a whole episode on link detox, image, hyperlink, headings, website content. We do some content writing depending on the size of your package. You may need some content writing done. We do have editors on staff who will take care of that for you. You'll approve it. If you like it, we'll post it, put it out there. We do guest blog. We have guest bloggers who will write about your business. We do Q&A posting, Google Analytics creations. We install Google Analytics on your website so we can track and maintain everything that's going on, so you guys can see that in your reports as well. We set up your Google Search Console, the Bing Webmasters console. So it's all of these different things. I quit going through my list now, but and we continue this process. So it's a very, very, very long and detailed process that goes into SEO in order to really reach that goal. So the first 3 months are spent doing all of these things. And again, my list goes on. For 3 months, we're gathering information. We're cleaning up what's out there. We're creating things that are not out there, making sure you have everything needed according to Google's checklist to rank you high up on a search engine, basically verifying that your business is the business to come to when it comes to your niche, your market, and your target audience. So with that being said, we are almost an hour in. I went way over time. So I want to thank everybody that tuned in today. Again, if you have any questions, you can always just drop something in the chat, or just leave a message or get with me. However, I'm on all sites everywhere. My website is here, mybizconsulting.net. You can always schedule a 20-minute consultation with me, and that's at no cost. Just if you have questions, or you just want to ask, about costs or anything like that, I'm always open to questions. I have no issues doing so. You can also follow me on social media at MyBizConsulting on Facebook and MyBizConsulting on Instagram as well. And that's about it. That's about it for today. Again, we have new products launching. We do have the phone service, so voice over IP and virtual phone service for those who need their business phone number and want everything to be professional. You want to be able to transfer calls, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and play that commercial really quick for you guys, and then we will come back, and then we'll get you out of here in a second. So stay tuned. I'll be right back with you.
Business phone systems don't work for today's always on-the-go worker. Many use their personal phone number for business calls. Phone.com helps keep your personal number private while still using your personal phone to communicate. We've spent years learning what customers want from a business voice and unified communication solution. We provide business phone numbers that create a more professional appearance, giving you more control over customer relationships. Greetings, video meetings, automated attendance, and hold music give callers a first-class experience even if you are a one-person show. And as your business grows, Phone.com grows with you. We give you enterprise features at a fraction of the cost. Our voice and video solutions are certified HIPAA compliant, and we offer 24/7 customer support by live humans. Phone.com is better than the rest. Sign up now to see how.
Okay, you guys, so that was phone.com. You can also find that link to get signed up. You can visit my website and the link is there. Just click on phone service and you'll be carried to the correct link where you can apply for your phone service. The services start at $12.99. It's extremely affordable for those who are in business who want that feature where you can transfer calls and you don't want to give out your cell phone number and you want to get a bank account or what have you. And they're telling you that you need your own address. You need a physical mailing address for your business or actual business phone number. We solved all those problems for you. So feel free to visit my website so you can have access to, if you're looking for a virtual mail, a virtual physical location to send your mail. We have virtual mailbox services. We have the virtual phone services and so much more. Again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us. And we are here Monday through Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and again on Fridays. Thursday, we are closed. That's my day off. But again, we're here. We're here to help you out, especially if you're a small business and all of this technical nonsense is gibberish to you. Do not spend your money if you're not sure what you're getting into. It's very important that you know what you're signing up for and what you're getting. So, that being said, I am Jamilah Laurie, CEO of My Biz Consulting, and I look forward to the next episode of Frequently Asked Questions about search engine optimization. Thanks to all that tuned in, and you have a great rest of your evening.